All right, hello everybody. The observatory is a disaster. I am deep in the heart of automating it. I've been working on the Svbony net system, and it's completely working. It's completely functional. I'm going to do a little more testing, and then I'm going to start, building the shelving and the enclosures and everything for all the. I've got the new computer for the observatory. That's in the house. So yeah, this place is a mess. But the big observatory phase 3 video is coming shortly. But we've got a little side project. A representative from the jury's out on how to pronounce the name of this company. I talked to some people online. I guess the general consensus is Svbony. The SV105. Well, a representative from them reached out to me and said, hey, have you ever used any of our products? I said no. They said, would you like to? I said, will it be free? And they said, yeah. So I said,
sure, I'll make you a video. It's not like I got anything else to do.
they send me their SV105, their very introductory level camera to try out and make a video about. Sure, let's do it. They wanted me to do an unboxing, but there isn't much boxing to so it's just a simple cardboard box, a quick start guide, and yeah, there's just the camera, a USB cable, and a naked microfiber cloth for wiping things off with. Who is the target audience for a camera like this? You can pick this up for like $50 or $60, I think. It's billed as a planetary camera / digital eyepiece. So very inexpensive. The people that could buy a camera like this are the people who are on Facebook saying, hey, I just got a Celestron power seeker on that terrible manual equatorial mount. How do I hook my 5-pound DSLR up to it? You don't. Okay, you just stop. If you want to start dabbling in some lucky imaging of some lunar craters and maybe get some Jupiter and Saturn stuff done, you can pick up a cheap camera like this and just start experimenting, start learning software. How do you do lucky imaging? You can really start to get your feet wet with a camera like this as opposed to fighting with hooking up your DSLR to it. So yeah, if you want to start dabbling in some lunar and planetary imaging, this is a great way to start. Because it's supposed to be clear this morning, and we will try to do some lucky imaging on Jupiter with this SV105 or SV105 Svbony. Svbony. Alright, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. The gas giants are rising. But I've just converted this thing back to planetary configuration, so I'm going to have to work on the collimation for a while to get that dialed in. I'm going to do that now, and then hopefully in no less than 10 minutes we'll be ready to start trying to do some lucky imaging on Saturn and then Jupiter when it gets a little higher. Alright, so here we see the live feed from the telescope while we're shooting video with the SV105, and you can see some decent detail right there in the live feed. You can see the Cassini division, you can see some cloud bands on Saturn. It doesn't look bad. Now, this was right when the planet was getting high enough. Right when it started getting high enough over the horizon where the atmospheric dispersion wasn't completely destroying it, and right when I was about to start shooting the video, and then seeing just went to the toilet right after this. It wasn't too bad up until this point, but as soon as I started capturing, it got really bad. So I think the images could be better than they were. But they're not terrible. Given that it's a $50 camera, it's not terrible. Now your mileage is going to vary. I've got it on a big SCT, obviously. If you're using a little, 6-inch Dobsonian, it might not look as good. You'll have to see, but it's worth a try. That's the point of this camera. You're just trying it out, and you're not blowing $400 on a nicer planetary camera and then finding out you don't like it. So yeah, definitely worth a shot here. Let's take a look at the actual images. Alright, got everything processed here. I did quite a few different things with this camera. We've got some lunar surface right away, and this is at this is a 7,000 millimeter focal length. My 11-inch SCT has a 28 millimeter, and then I've got a 2.5 times Barlow lens, so this is a long focal length. And this is Marlysis and Stoffler craters, and then here's Theophilus. Pretty decent detail. That looks good. These were like 3-minute videos. Average seeing. And then this is active region 2824 with a white light filter on the sun. This area just popped up today. I mean, like, this is a brand new active region. It's very active. There are like prominences and all kinds of stuff going on around here. But yeah, this is an image. This is stuff that's going on the surface of the sun that we captured with the SV105. And then here is Jupiter with the shadow of Io on it. And here is Saturn. And yeah, I mean, definitely, if this is your first time ever doing planetary imaging and you get stuff like this, you're going to be floored, okay? When the first time I was able to get images like this, I was floored. It blew my mind. I mean, the gas giants are so majestic. And as you're imaging Jupiter, actually watching it turn before your eyes. Jupiter makes a full rotation in like 9 hours. So as you're sitting there observing it, you can see it turning. It's really powerful. And if you're just getting started and you don't have a lot of money to put into imaging, then getting a webcam like this, a little planetary camera, is a great way to get your feet wet and start exploring the world of astrophotography and seeing if you're gonna want to pursue it even further. Because if you get this camera and you start doing things like this and start really enjoying it, you're going to upgrade quickly. And you're going to want to do a lot of homework. Buy once, cry once, because you try something like this out first, and then what you want to do is save up and get something nice so you can start doing some really, really good work. It's an extremely rewarding hobby, and the SV105 is a good way to get into it. So that's our look at the SV105. I'm going to get my 224 out and try to get a better image of this active region. That's a really interesting tailing feature on it. I'm excited to take a better look at that. But yeah, clear skies, everybody. Thanks for watching.